Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is fine and is safe. So in today's video, I'm back again, and yes, we're talking natural hair once again, but this time we're going back to the motherland. We're going back to Nigeria, baby. So I was actually on TikTok, of course, obviously, and I came across this lady who had a horror experience in Nigeria. And she was sharing her story with her natural hair and the salons in Nigeria and how they did her dirty. So let's just go ahead, watch this video, and come back with a commentary, okay?
Horror Story Edition.
German Babe Don't Land for Ninja Part 5 Natural Hair Horror Story Edition. This is a very long video, so grab your popcorn and do not get your natural hair done at Lean Naturals in Jabi Platz, Abuja. My dear, I should have backed out right when I entered the shop and was greeted with the nicest attitude ever by the hairdressers. They were acting as if it's my fault that they are, I don't even know what was going on with them. Honestly, it was a...
Okay, let me just pause right there because, yeah, I need to make a comment on that. What is this thing with hairdressers and hairstylists and braiders making you feel guilty for having natural hair? I do understand that, yeah, natural hair is difficult to manage, natural hair is difficult to handle. On top of that, you have a lot of these braiders and a lot of these hairdressers who do not really know how to take care of natural hair. I mean, I did not grow up with natural hair. Like, my mom was a hairdresser and she still is a hairdresser. And I remember growing up, we did not have anybody who came to the salon with natural hair. Back then, I'm talking back in the 90s, back in the 2000s, everybody literally had perm. And the only people who would have natural hair would be for religious reason or would be for, I don't know. But I'm just trying to say that nobody really had natural hair back in the day in Ghana and probably in Nigeria as well. Now, with the natural hair movement that started in the US, a lot of Nigerians or a lot of Africans have started to, really, really love their hair and really cater to their hair. And yeah, even though it's still natural, even though it's still tedious, and even though it's still very difficult to manage, we still find our way around it. Now, the only problem is that we do not have salons, okay, who are able to cater to our hair. And that is because we still haven't learned a lot about how to take care of our own hair. So I do understand that when you go to a shop, right, and they see you have natural hair, they would be on alert because for them, it's like, you have brought trouble onto us because not only are you going to waste our product, you're also going to make us waste a lot of time. I mean, not waste a lot of time because at the end of the day they get paid, but yeah, it's just, to them it's just a lot of work you're bringing to them, basically. Yeah. And so they make you feel very guilty for having natural hair. So I totally understand. Let's keep going.
very like they were not welcoming. That's number one. So as I sat in the chair, the first thing I heard was, "Oh, her hair is too thick. Make sure to dilute the conditioner with a lot of water." They were speaking in pidgin English because they thought I did not understand it.
Dilute the conditioner with a lot of water. That is just pure water coming out of that bottle. That looks like only water. Um, okay. Okay. I mean, the amount of conditioner you use for natural hair, right, can be used for four people. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Can be used for a lot of people. So I can understand a little bit the idea behind it, but still, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. I mean, at least charge the person a little bit more, but do not make the service less quality just because they have too much hair. That's just me.
They don't know sin. I mean, correct Sabi girl. Eh? While she was washing my hair, she was being very, very rough. She was pounding my head as if I have hurt her and her entire generation. I said, what did they happen? What did they stop? What did it goes on? Eh? I told her not to be more gentle. She refused. Honestly, like I was very confused. I felt like I was in like a bad dream and I was going to wake up very, very soon. I noticed that the shampoo was diluted. So when I asked her what she was using on my hair, she refused to tell me. I later found that it was diluted dish soap that this woman used on my hair, which led
Okay, wait. Let me just make that sink in. Diluted dish soap. Wait, what? I was out here saying, oh, that is straight up water because, yeah, it looked very diluted. But for her to say it's diluted dish soap, okay, that is crazy. I have no words, but that is really, really crazy. That is okay. Let's just keep going. Now I'm like, okay, if this is just the beginning, things are about to start. Like things are about to start getting really, really bad because just the beginning, I'm feeling like this. Okay, let's just see what happens next because now I want to know. Now I want to know.
Left my hair extremely dry and brittle. She massaged my scalp painfully and did not stop when I kindly asked her to. They wanted to leave my hair like that. Can you imagine? After they shampooed my hair with dish soap that they mixed in their own backyard, they wanted to leave my hair like that. And I was like, where's the deep conditioner? Where's the conditioner? My hair is dry. And the woman told me for deep conditioner, they say extra 8K, 8 to 10K, I believe. And I was like, what do you mean? We already agreed that you're gonna wash and blow dry my hair. What do you mean to deep condition is an extra money? Honestly, I felt very scammed, and they mixed a concoction, rubbed it on my hair, which left my hair stiff and dry. Honestly, I should have gotten up and left, but this was my first time in Nigeria, my first time in Abuja. I had nowhere to go to, and I had no hair care products to use. If not, I would have left there immediately. I stayed hoping that the so-called natural hair professionals that they claim to be on Instagram would do their jobs properly. This part caused me so much breakage, leading to me cutting off inches of my hair. Honestly, I regretted staying that crazy salon. The way this woman blow dried my hair showed me she didn't know how to handle natural hair. She was dragging and blow drying my hair in such a disrespectful manner, such a harmful manner.
This looks horrific because wow. First, it was dish soap. Second, it was some type of conditioner which nobody knows what it was. Third, did you see how they were? Okay, the word is coming to me in Italian, but it's not coming to me in English. Did you see how they were detangling the hair and then combing and blow drying? With somebody with a tender head like me, I would leave there with a headache. Like, trust and believe, I'm leaving there with a headache. But also, I'm not going to stay there for them to do. Okay, I probably would. I probably would because I have done it before, but not to this extent. Like, not to this extent. I don't think anybody has handled my hair like this. Like, no, like before I go anywhere, I'm taking with me my stuff. Even if I don't have a hair salon, right? Even if I don't know anywhere to go, once you start doing my hair like this, I'm like, I'll just give you whatever I have to give you and just bounce. Like, just let me do my thing myself. Just leave everything for me. Like, at this point, leave everything for me. Leave the blow dryer for me. Leave the combs for me. Leave everything for me. I will handle everything myself because this doesn't make sense.
Lost my edges, my hair broke off, and I had to treat and pamper my hair for weeks after that for it to even accept me back. I kindly asked her to try a different blow drying style since I know how to do natural hair, and I was trying to teach her the.
She looks like she's about to cry. She looks like she is about to cry. Like it's kind of like it's the worst decision she is ever taking. And it's just very sad. Like it's honestly very sad. The people who are doing the hair have zero like care. They don't care. Like for them it's about, let's just do this quick and get it over and done with. This person is in pain. This person's hair is being maltreated, mal handled. It's just going through a lot of things at this point.
To teach her the technique that would be good for my hair, but she refused. She went back to pulling my hair, as you can see in this video. When it is peeling, let me show. Like you don't know the tension left. You just hold it at the end like this and just blow dry the roots because then the hair will not be straighter before you can go in with the comb. I've not done that method before. She was acting as if I offended her and her generation. The worst part is that the only reason I came to the salon is because it was recommended by one of my favorite influencers, Adana.
I mean, as far as I remember, Adana has had locks for a very long time. So maybe she's promoting them for the locks, okay? For the locks treatments, but not necessarily for the natural hair, you know, maintenance parts. Like it could be the case, but this is the thing. Like you can't just trust people. People are going to, recommend people. People are using stuff that is not good, but they're still going to promote it anyways because they have the incentive to do that. But yeah, this is really terrible. Like this is terrible. And I think now it's also not an insult, but then it's going to be like, okay, they have in a way tarnished also the image of Adana. I don't know. Like it's just looking a whole lot to me because if she knew that this was how they were treating their clients, I don't think she would have gone ahead to endorse them. But now that this has now come out and has now become viral on TikTok, whatever, now Adana is going to feel a certain type of way for endorsing them, and I think they'll be forced to come out to just maybe apologize, do something because this is not okay. Like this is not okay. A sure way for you to lose a lot of clients. I mean, and the fact that this girl is telling them how they can do the hair better because she knows her hair and she's telling you how to blow dry the hair, what works best, and maybe the right method. And they're like, no, I've never done this before. It's just like, okay, can you just listen to me at least? Because we have been here for hours, okay, and this is not working. I'm telling you what can work for me and how you're supposed to handle my hair, and at least try to take some correction from me. At least try to make me feel like you're listening to me. But it's like, no. Okay, this is crazy. But yeah.
In them. So I was like, this must be a good place to go to, which is why I ended up visiting here. But I was so disappointed beyond measure. If I weren't a natural hair consultant who teaches people how to build effective hair care routines, I wouldn't have known how to nurse my hair back to health. If my hair wasn't thick to begin with, I would have been bald-headed by the end of this appointment. And can you imagine that this overcharged wash and blow dry service took over 3 hours, plus it being extremely hot, and they being like, I was just like, it was such an uncomfortable atmosphere. It felt like I had entered an evil realm, and these people were just attacking me for no reason. Yeah, so this experience left me broken-hearted with broken edges and 4 inches less off of my hair. Would not recommend, would not be going back. So come back to part 6 where I tell you how I was able to find a better hairstylist in Abuja that did not want to kill me and my future
This is very
children.
discouraging. This is extremely discouraging because I think this is the reason why a lot of people do not trust other people with their hair. People who have natural hair are the only ones who can understand the kind of pain you go through when they're handling your hair. Okay, that is just my theory. I feel like if you know the pain that you might go through if you have natural hair, detangling your hair, you don't want to inflict that on other people. So when people who do not have natural hair, which is mostly the case in all these beauty salons, especially located in Africa, and you might think, okay, it's Africa. Okay, we should know more about our hair, but it's just not our fault. We just don't know more about our hair. That is just what it is. Okay, that is just what it is. But I'm just trying to say that it will only take a person who is natural to understand how to treat your hair. So if you go to a beauty salon where people in there do not have natural hair, obviously they are going to handle your hair like this because they do not have the understanding. Like they have not put themselves in your shoes. They do not know how to handle your hair. And so this is what they're going to do. Like, and they're not going to feel any remorse. They're not going to feel any type of way because for them it's like you chose to have natural hair, so you have to deal with it. And that is what it seems to me. It seems to me as if they are actually giving you the punishment for having natural hair. Like, it's wild and it's crazy. And for a country to have the majority of the population having this type of hair, you should expect better, okay? Or you would have thought that it would be a little bit better, but obviously it is not. And this is something that I wouldn't want to go through. Hence why I am sticking to doing my hair. I was having my hair done by another lady, but I was always getting this constant comment, oh, like your hair would have been nice if you have blow, if you had, if you had what would it, if you had permed it, and it would have been a lot easier. There was always some kind of comment about my hair, and I'm like, I always try to go there with my hair blow dried, okay, just so that she doesn't have to do a lot of work before braiding my hair. But even that, the kind of aggression that she would use to just part my hair was just crazy to me. I was like, no, I'm not going back. Because if I go back, I'm just basically breaking off my hair, because the way she's handling my hair is just too much for me to handle. So I just started to do my hair by myself, okay? Which now I'm fine by, because yeah, I mean, if I inflict damage on my hair, that's on me. Okay, that is on me. I did that to myself. If somebody inflicts that damage onto my hair, it just makes me angry, because I'm like, you allowed it to happen. So I understand her pain, and I hope that we did better. I hope that we did better. But the thing is, how can you explain this to somebody who is not willing to learn? Because that is the impression I got. I got the impression that already they were like, "Ah, let's just not waste our time over here. Let's just not waste our time over here. Let's just teach her that she has to go back home and just retouch her hair, or just relax her hair, because we're not handling this." And it's just very sad, from dishwasher, from a dish soap to concoction to blow drying in such a way for 3 hours, like 3 hours, and the service was just terrible. That is just, it would have been nice for somebody to do our hair. It would have been nice. I think I miss that. I miss going to a hair salon and feeling all pampered, even though that was literally my home. But I would love for somebody to do my hair, and for me to just sit back and just enjoy, rather than just go through this stress over somebody doing my hair. It's just too much. But let me know, have you guys ever had any horror story with your hair, you know, if you're natural, especially, because I feel like the problem is usually with natural hairs. Um, and now I'm not here to just say natural hair, everybody should go natural. No, no, no. I'm actually thinking about relaxing my hair, because I'm just tired of, taking care of my natural hair. I just want the easy life. I just want a simple life. But I mean, seeing things like this is just a little bit heartbreaking, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I feel like you have to do your research. I feel like don't just trust anybody with your hair. If anything, do your hair by yourself. Like, to avoid all of these things, do your hair by yourself. It's going to take you a lot of time, and it's going to take you, yeah, it's just going to take you so much time. But do it yourself, okay? Let me know, guys, in the comments if you've ever had such horror stories, and yeah, just tell them in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.